hi, and welcome to another episode of Creatives on the Couch. Hiya, darling.
Hey.
My gorgeous Monique back by my side, where she belongs. We've got a guest gonna take us through her life and tell us everything that she's been up to over the last few years. It's a pleasure to welcome Amanda Moss.
It's a pleasure to be here, thank you.
Well, you're a bit of a living legend, aren't you, really? Let's be right. I mean, you say Amanda Moss and everybody thinks of the catchphrase that you came up with, I can make you famous.
Exactly, because that's exactly what I can do.
But you work so hard, don't
Well,
you?
obviously, you have to.
You never ever stop.
No, I think I'm a bit of a workaholic.
But that's, I mean, it's 15 years since we met, isn't it?
Yes.
And look at where your life has gone. The arc of your life.
Yes.
It really has been remarkable.
It's been an incredible journey, but I've always worked in media. I've always wanted to live abroad, and 2 years ago when my marriage broke down, I decided to just up sticks and go to Cyprus. So I launched my business that I run in the UK. I mirrored it, did it in Cyprus. So now I have the same business in Cyprus and the UK. So I just sort of back and forth.
I mean, what was that? Obviously, you were married a very long time.
25 years.
And it's a big change. It's a brave move to make, isn't it? I mean,
I mean, I've gained a lot more followers from women.
Okay.
Because I was 48 and I realised that I didn't want to live the life that I was living, and with 6 children, it's like
Believe that.
it was just like, what do I do? And I felt like a bit like a Shirley Valentine, wallpaper. And I thought, I just don't want another 25 years of this. And I just became extremely selfish. And I thought, right, I'm going to live my life on my terms for me. My children are going to have their own lives. They're not, they're my priority, obviously. But ultimately, they've got their own lives. And I don't want to be one of those mothers that lives their happiness through their children. I have to be happy in my own right. And also, I wanted them to be proud of me. And I didn't think that I could give them advice if I wasn't in a happy place.
Sure.
And in a good relationship.
Yeah, makes sense.
Do you sort of think, obviously now, your mantra is, you do get one chance at life, don't
Absolutely.
you? Wait for the blink of an eye.
I am, totally. I mean, my daughter says that I dress age inappropriately, which I take as a huge compliment.
Love it.
Everybody who sees your Instagram, you are the fittest mum.
Literally, I can't believe you've had 6 kids. I'm still
I
there.
can't either. They come in and they're like up here, and I'm like, "Are you mine?"
Every time I see your lad, he's taller
I know,
than you.
he's like 6 foot something, and
big, yeah.
But I mean, they put me on the fitness route because I have dropped a lot of weight, around 32 kilos.
Wow.
So, but they inspired me to do that. But I discovered a huge passion for working out, and I
You
realised.
box as well, don't you? You do all
I do a bit of boxing
and
combat.
Yeah.
Body
Oh,
wow,
combat,
to keep
Les
fit.
Mills.
Oh,
But
Les
it's
Mills is
mostly weight training now.
Les Mills is good.
Resistance training.
Yeah.
Running.
So you packed up your bag in Liverpool, grey, Mersey River, jumped on a plane and went off to Cyprus. And now your office is a beach.
Yes, it's the beach. It really
That's
is.
amazing.
It's like
Every single picture that Amanda puts on, and all you guys at home, we'll give you all a social media handles and go on and have a look and see what she's creating and building. But yeah, you feet up, beach, computer.
Yeah.
That's your life now.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted. That's what I manifested.
Do you remember when we met? It was 15 years ago. We met in a little cafe in the rain.
It was raining.
Battering
so
it
hard.
down, grey sky. I'd gone over to Liverpool to,
Yeah, I was interviewing you for one of the first editions of the magazine.
You were, and I said, where do you want to take this? And no word of a lie, Amanda looked me straight in the eye and she went, global.
I love that. And you have.
Yeah, because I'm looking at doing it in Dubai as well now.
Is that where you want to go to
Yeah,
next?
and obviously I've got my fashion shows in Los Angeles and the UK and Cyprus, hopefully.
We're going to talk about all that. But I mean, lifestyle. I mean, it is a free magazine.
Yes.
It is a free magazine available, all over. You've got it everywhere, really, haven't you?
It's in the town centres mostly. It's all about promoting entrepreneurs and small businesses because they don't know how to promote themselves. And they think they do. They just go on social media and boost a post and say, right, I can do my own PR, but it's like, you know, when you go to the dentist, you go to the dentist, you've got a toothache, you don't pull your tooth out yourself, and people who think that they can do their own PR don't know who they're posting to. The algorithms of Instagram, Facebook and everything is quite technical, and to grow for your followers to get to like 48,000 like I have, you need to know.
Sorry, say that again.
Wow.
Say that again.
48,000.
Not bad.
So where did the idea for this all originate? Where did it all come from originally?
When I was 19 and I was a local reporter on a local newspaper down in Watford, in Hertfordshire, I wanted to set up my own magazine. I was coming to the end of my training, NCTJ training, and I thought about setting up a What's On guide. But at the time, I was too scared and the fear took over me, and I just went into work, which was great because I ended up working for Nationals and got loads of experience and worked for national TV too. But it was in the back of my mind that I always wanted to have my own magazine. And then I was working on Hollyoaks and I was due to be made redundant for the 4th time. By that time I had 5 children, and I just thought, first of all I thought nobody would employ me because being a mother with kids, it does, there are setbacks and discrimination. So I thought I'd set up my own magazine in Liverpool, which I did. And the first year I ran it completely without profit, and I did it as a hobby. I was just writing. I got money, redundancy money, so I just basically wrote it for me. And then, and then I suddenly realised that I was actually a terrible businesswoman, and then I suddenly realised actually I need to start making money, otherwise I'm going to have to find a job. And that's when I started charging people properly for it and taking it seriously. And now I'm quite ruthless, very ruthless actually.
But that's not a bad thing, is
No,
it?
you have to be in business.
No, you have
to be
to be
successful.
Yeah, I mean, look at what you're growing at the moment.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Obviously you have the lifestyle awards that we'll talk about. Monique has the creative lifestyle awards in Birmingham.
Oh, brilliant!
So, yeah. So
we should do some collaboration.
We should actually.
Your two minds together would be like, watch out, boys!
The world, but
definitely.
we could conquer the world,
is
literally.
big.
Of course, yeah.
Everything, everywhere in the world is an hour away on a plane, apart from Australia. But everywhere is 24 hours away.
Yeah.
The world is very small now.
You can get, especially with social media.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can be online and talk to anyone, anywhere.
So Lifestyle Magazine is available to everybody out there. Just go and pick up, and if you want to get involved, you'll get people involved, won't you? You love hearing from people.
I love hearing people's stories, and it's all about making them famous, and we have to, differentiate between fame and celebrity status.
Yes.
I make people famous. I don't make them celebrities.
Yeah.
What a difference.
So
I think the culture today is that that people think
it's blurred.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I can do this, and I'm going to be a huge celebrity and everything. It just doesn't work like that
fame
anymore.
is all about being memorable
Yeah.
and having people knowing about you and increasing your reputation. So that
But that can be for anything, don't you think? I mean, it can be for any walk of life. It doesn't have to be within.
No, well, that's why
showbiz,
I do PR. It's like I make people famous. I make their businesses famous. I make what they do famous. It's not about ego. It's about business and profit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's that's the way that things are going. Like I said, I mean, TikTok's gone in
Oh,
I've seen your TikToks.
Are you on TikTok
That's
as
not
well?
professional.
Oh, I need to follow
And my
you
daughter's
on
blocked
TikTok.
me from TikTok.
No, she
They told me to put
hasn't.
some clothes on because I'm always in a bikini.
Your dancers.
They're only jealous. They're only jealous because you live
Oh
in the
no!
sun.
So basically, my TikTok is personal, and the
Okay.
reason it's still got my Amanda Lifestyle PR tag on it because I believe when you do PR, people like to see a personal side of you.
Yeah.
So it is very silly, and I swear a lot, but it shows my personality, and that's who I am, and that's if you do business with me, that's what you're going to get.
Yes. Yeah.
So it doesn't always have to, because LinkedIn is so straight and straight.
Corporate.
Yeah, and it's just like that's just not me. I'm not a clipboard style, and I think TikTok I can just be a little bit more creative and a little
bit
bit
more
more
naughty.
wild. but it just shows women of my age can be. I'm worse than my children.
I mean, you've had some amazing guests You know,
Always.
who's probably been one of your favourites over the years? Because
Without a doubt, it's got to be Michael Bublé.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yes, and he kissed me here.
Where?
So he came to Liverpool to do a concert, and I obviously had backstage priority. So after the show, I went backstage to interview him, and I asked him to come out to I said, "Oh, you know what? Let me show you Liverpool. We'll go to a few bars." And he actually turned around to his tour manager and said, "Do I have time to go out for drinks before we head the road?" And his tour manager goes, "No, we've got to get to Birmingham." So, but he actually, it would cross his mind to go out with me for a night.
He'd have still been locked up and tagged somewhere.
Yeah.
Where's he gone?
Yeah,
It's nearly
exactly.
Christmas. He's in Iron Apple with Amanda Moss. So who else? I mean, let's go through. Who else have been other guests? Who else have you had? Who were like?
Just so many.
Come
I've
on,
interviewed
clang.
so many celebrities. Lady Gaga was, she is my favourite, as in my most iconic woman. She's just brilliant, so inspirational, so down to earth. She doesn't talk like a celebrity at all. She doesn't talk like a rock star. She's just a really nice person who's just done very well for herself through hard work, determination and self-belief, and I find that really inspiring. But then there's like local businesses as well. You don't need to be up there, you don't need to be out there globally. There's people locally who do, like raising money for charity.
Yeah. Because you only went and built what has become one of the best fashion weeks now, but
In the Northwest.
diverse off that. I mean, Liverpool Fashion Week was quite a turning point for you in your life, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that happened by accident. A producer from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy,
Yes.
Show and Living, came up and said they wanted to do a fashion show and dress people in Liverpool, and could they work in a collaboration with Lifestyle and use my branding. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. We did a fashion show. Never done one before in my life, but I'm thinking, I could do that better. And afterwards, people were messaging the magazine going, "Are you going to do it next year?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I am." And like Richard Branson says, ask if somebody says, "Can you do it?" You say yes, and then think about how you're going to do it afterwards. That was me. I was like, "Yeah, of course I'm going to do it."
Of course I can
Never
do
done
it.
it before in my life, and yeah, here we are.
She had a really good host.
Yeah.
I wonder who that
I think
was.
you've done a couple of times.
Yeah, I've done a few for you. I did Manchester, Wirral, Liverpool.
Yeah, and the awards as well.
And the awards, yeah.
So,
But it's grown, hasn't it, Liverpool Fashion?
yeah,
It's
and the
grown,
reason
grown,
why,
grown.
I mean, I just had it this week, and we've had designers flying from Nigeria,
I wish I knew.
from
I would've
America,
come.
Germany.
Oh,
They come
wow.
from all over the world. Because Liverpool is a springboard for startups, and how I make it is that obviously you can have like established designers, but I made it really important because with the magazine as well, I promote small businesses, I promote the underlings, I promote people who don't know how to promote themselves, and there's some amazing creative talent out there, and they haven't a clue about how to put a fashion show together.
Yeah.
And so they come to Liverpool Fashion Week, and it is noticed by a lot of people in the fashion industry. I've got a big following, and I've created careers for many people, not just for the designers but for models as well, because I used to have a fashion agency. So it's really important to me, especially as a mother, that models aren't taken advantage
But
of.
I think what's nice as well is I think you're one of the first for all inclusive.
Yeah.
That beautiful lady who was in the wheelchair.
The first, I did plus sizes,
Yeah.
and I don't say plus sizes because anybody over a size 8 is a plus size.
Yeah.
But I put larger ladies on the catwalk 2 years before London, and after I did it, and I had people from London come up to Liverpool and said that we were better than London Fashion Week.
wow.
Yeah.
Some fashion PR came up that
Yeah,
year. We
yeah.
did it at the Maritime Museum.
The reviews
done-
were incredible for
We
that
we
year.
were the first one to use transgender. I think back in 2013. So we used it's all about inclusivity for everybody, because ultimately, you don't need a label. Everybody gets dressed.
Yeah.
Apart from me and Cyprus.
Everybody can do it. But do you remember the applause? I think we were stood side by side when that incredible woman
It
who
was
she was in the wheelchair
Yeah.
and she went down the runway and we got all the lights on her and
Yeah.
the pyrotechnics.
There was cheers.
She had
Nice.
never been made to feel so special, had she?
It made me go goosebumpy again. It was
I
so-
just remember us watching and
Yeah.
the whole audience stood up and they were
Beautiful.
cheering, and that smile. And that's what fashion should be about. And,
Yeah.
isn't
And now
it really?
everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
But I was the first.
So you went from Liverpool, launched the Wirral,
Manchester.
Manchester Fashion Week.
And I did a show in LA, and I was planning on doing that every single year.
Yeah.
LA was amazing because that was just a personal bucket list. I've always wanted to do something in Los Angeles, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And I basically put it out there on social media that I was doing a fashion show, again thinking, right, I've put it out there, so now I've got to follow through. So I just booked a venue and went out there for a recce, found my team, got my designers. Plus I have got a following, so when I say I'm doing a show, there's people that do a lot of my shows, and just did it and took the kids out for a holiday, and planned to do it the next year, but then there was a bloody lockdown.
Yeah.
So
The whole world kind of changed, isn't it?
So now next year I'm going to go back to Los Angeles and do it again.
So I could speak to you all day about fashion because that is
Yes.
my bag. So we'll have to speak more about that after the show.
Definitely.
But tell me more about the award show that you had.
So I do the Liverpool Lifestyle Awards because basically I love to party. And when Lifestyle...
You'll never believe that.
Never.
when Lifestyle began, I wanted to do a big black tie ball. There weren't that many in the city of Liverpool, but the ones that were quite stuffy and very corporate, and I'm really anti-corporate because I think that puts off a lot of small businesses that feel intimidated by these kind of events. So again, I wanted an inclusive event where people could just come, have a drink or 10, and have a really good time, network, and again celebrate their successes and their achievements in business. So I set up the Lifestyle Awards, and now it's one of the biggest events in the calendar for Liverpool, for small businesses and especially entrepreneurs. It's all about them, all about their achievements, and also I do the Positive Awards too. That's coming up in the spring.
They're very special. That's a special night, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's nationwide, and it's like Pride of Britain, but
Right.
again, it's for people who wouldn't normally get recognised. They don't have to be in business. They could just be carers, or they could just be, doing something in the community or something for themselves. It might be a personal journey that they've been on, that they've overcome something. It's very uplifting, very inspiring, and that's what I do. Is I bring people together in my business, whether it's the magazine or the awards or fashion.
Yeah.
It's all about uplifting people and giving them the belief that they can do whatever they want and achieve whatever they want. That's ultimately what, and living your best lifestyle, creating a lifestyle you love.
Yeah,
You do
absolutely.
Just that.
Because we said before, you're here for,
Short time.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah.
That is it. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we're here for the blink of an eye.
Exactly.
I mean, you're creating your magic at the moment, aren't you?
Yes, I'm listening to you, and we're so similar, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes, we're
Don't you
definitely
remember
gonna
when,
do that.
So
when
similar,
we
yeah.
started this TV series? I spoke about you. We were in our dressing room, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I said,
You did.
I've got to get you and Amanda together.
You did.
I think we're going to be working together.
I think
The
so too.
timing was for you flying in from Cyprus and obviously being
Yeah.
able to be here. But yeah, I just remember saying, all those months ago, I've got to
You
get you and
did.
Amanda to collaborate together, and then throw me in the mix as well in a sparkly Swarovski crystal jacket.
Definitely, you're coming to LA with me next year. You've got to.
Absolutely.
So-
So what, family-wise, the kids are growing up. I mean,
Yeah.
that's unreal.
Yeah, my
for them.
eldest is doing biochemistry.
Oh.
He's going to be,
Nice.
he's going to be a virologist. So I think the COVID pandemic inspired him for that. Honey's training to be a lawyer.
Is that what she wants to go? I mean,
Yeah,
my tiny.
my third son is on a year break, but he does IT. So anything that goes wrong with my laptop, I'm like, Floyd, anything, Netflix is down, how do I get back on it? Anything like. So that's handy. And then Darling and Esme are in school. Albany's at college, she's doing DT. She's really creative and she wants to be like in interior design or architecture. They're very creative, but I hopefully have pushed them to be very strong, independent,
Yes.
stand on their own 2 feet, and
Follow their dreams, really.
follow their dreams.
Yeah.
And go travelling.
They've got a fantastic role model though. You know, because your story, I can't believe you just got up and left, went to Cyprus.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
You're living,
doesn't it?
no, but it's brilliant
yeah.
because
Yeah.
but you know what it is? So many women, including myself, you know, we think, God, I want to do it, but we never do.
It
So
was
to
my-
hear your story, it's
I wasn't happy with
inspiring.
my marriage. I wasn't happy, and I felt that I wasn't living to the best of my ability. And
Yeah.
I felt that there was more to me than what I was doing. Before I met my ex-husband, I always said that I wanted to live abroad. So we bought a place in Cyprus, you know, as a holiday home. But it was just being used for like 2, 3, 4 weeks a year. And I hate the UK. I hate the weather. I hate the oppressiveness of the... There's just this cloud of oppression and negativity. I think it's down to the weather and the lack of the sunshine. But I just had this... You know, I kept flying back to Cyprus because I was so miserable. Thinking, is this it? Is this my life? You know, my kids are growing up, and I saw that I was really unhappy, and my eldest two got me in the bathroom because I'd fly back from Cyprus. Like I was going every month at one point, and they said, "Mum, just stay there, just live there." And I was like, "Well, would you mind?" And they were like, "No, because." You know, we're doing our own thing, and you're there. It's not like I'm not there for them. I'm still their mother. I'm still providing for them.
Of course.
I'm still on the end of like the phone.
I think sometimes I've said this to my mum, you know, many times. Sometimes it's okay to be a little bit selfish.
I'm very selfish.
It's okay.
I do
I mean,
believe,
you've been on so many TV shows over the years. I mean, look at, you know, when you were on
I was
This
on,
Morning.
I was on This Morning as a panellist.
And how you spoke and how you advised people. It's okay, you know, to say I want a little bit more and I want to do something for me.
I myself first. I have put myself first. I've dropped and said 30 kilos, and I live the life that I want to live. I go clubbing. I have a life. I have an amazing lifestyle. I'm free. My children are always my priority. I'm always there. And also, like I said before, I can be with them within the day, if they need me.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we've got
true.
a lot of viewers watching this, you know, across the UK, across Australia and beyond. You know, if you could say one thing, if someone sat out there now thinking, I'm not happy with my life, you know,
it's the
what
fear.
would you
it's
say
the
to
fear
them?
that stops people from doing it. It's like I wanted to leave my marriage for many years, but I didn't because, I don't want to put my ex down. It was
Of
just
course.
a personal thing, you know. It's the fear of thinking, oh my God, no one's going to love me. I'm never going to meet anyone. I'm going to be on my own. I'm going to die alone with my cats. It's all that. It's all the negative stuff.
Yeah.
If you forget the negative stuff and think, actually, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to live on a beach. I'm going to live in the sunshine. I'm going to meet loads of new people. I'm going to discover my love of training and working out. I'm just going to be vibrant and have all these opportunities come to me rather than sitting, because in the UK, when you're married, you tend to just sit in your house every night.
Yeah.
You sit in your house. I'm in an outdoor lifestyle country where you only sit in your house if you're going to die.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
no regrets.
It's a coffee shop culture. You're out.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as you get up, you're out. You're in the coffee shop. You're running on the beach. You're walking everywhere. It's like.
I mean,
you
you're more alive now than I think I've ever seen you in all the years that I have known you.
I love myself. I learned to love myself.
Exactly, because
And
you
that's-
didn't, did you?
No, and
Because
that's important. You
I
have to
remember
love yourself.
the day that you texted me saying that you were going and you was doing it, and no word about. Well, what did I say back to you? I said about time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because we could all see you going down, and you know we'll say it to you guys out there: life's for living. Just get out, grab it. Follow
Yeah.
your dreams
And face your fear and go through it, because on the other side of fear is happiness that you just would. I mean, it's like the cliche: the pursuit of happiness is on the other side of fear, and the opportunities.
Yeah. If anybody wants to get in touch with you, how are they best on social media? How are they best to get in touch with you?
Instagram, TikTok, Amanda Lifestyle PR. Facebook is Amanda Rachel Moss. LinkedIn is Amanda Rachel.
And you're always there to give advice and help.
And I
people, aren't you?
always reply to any messages within 4 hours. I'm glued to my phone. So, yeah. And I run lifestyle retreats in Cyprus and the UK for people who want to change their lives.
Listen,
as well as
you are an. I've said this to you many times. You are remarkable. You are beautiful. I'm so glad you found that happiness and that
Thank
twinkles
you.
back in your eye.
Thank
We'll be back another day for more Creatives on the Couch. But from now, from me, from you gorgeous lady.
Love your
and
lifestyle.
for Amanda Moss. Love your lifestyle. See you again soon. Bye for now.